Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make this pocket design. I've gotten a lot of requests about this pocket. Mostly it's not exactly as this, but I changed it a little bit, but the same process can still work for whatever pocket you are making. You can change it. It might probably be longer than this, or this might be the one down, whatever you want. But I'll take you through the process of doing this step by step. So all you have to do is just to give the video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the tutorial. So here's the fabric that I will be using. I'll be using this oxford fabric, and also here I just have to use something that actually complements the color on the fabric itself. So I'll be using this too. So now the first thing I'm going to do is get an interfacing. This is called a collar stay, right? And the size that I'll be using for my pockets majorly, I told you guys several times, the chest pocket is usually 5 inches, which is the wideness of the chest, by a total of 6.5 inches. Now this 6.5 inches varies depending on the design you're doing of the pocket, if you want it to be longer or you want it to be shorter. So the wideness is going to be 5 inches by 6.5 inches. But you know the pocket, based on the first video that I showed you guys, is going to have a couple of layers on top, right? So the total is still going to end at 6.5 inches in total. So the very first thing I'm going to do now is simply align this together to get my center point, just like so. So once I get the center point, all I have to do is just to slant the edge of the pocket. So I want this to be at 1 inch total slant. 1 inch. So from here, I'm just going to slant it all the way to the edge. I come to realize. So once I cut this out, you can see here this edge is not actually aligned, so I can simply just trim it out. So I'm just going to leave that. So this is my pocket, right? So based on the design we are doing, you have to understand that this side of the pocket is what is going to face the fabric. So at the end of the day, this side is going to be at the up. So this is the wrong side, and this is the right side. So this is what we are cutting out. So now the design is going to be on the left side of the pocket. This is the right side. If you're putting on your chest, this is going to be the right side, and this is going to be the left side, right? So the first thing I'm going to do now is basically I will be cutting this out based on the shape that I want. So I'm going to cut out, this is the right side, this is the side I want to cut. So I'm going to flip it this way. I'm going to take out 2 inches from here. You can see that 2 inches as well. See that? So from this 2 inches, I'm going to connect this together. So this is the pockets. So the second one, you can see that I call this after the center part, right? This is the center point of the. This is the center point, right? So I cut it after the center point. So from that place now, I'm going to cut another pieces that I'm going to use to cover this up. So I'll be having an extra 1 inch from here now. I had an extra 1 inch. I want this to be under here. So I had 1 inch here, total 1.5. I'm just going to bring this side, total 1.5. So here 1.5. So this one side, from here. This is going to be on this, just like this, and the other one is going to be the completion of the one that we cut. The total we cut here is actually 2 inches, right? So here we've taken out 1 inch and the other 1 inch as well. So here also I'll be cutting another 1.5. Let's place it aside. So once I have this, see what I have. So this is the thing. So I'm just going to make sure this, when you look at the down part here, you can see this is going to be exactly here. And this cuff is supposed to continue all the way to the top. So also here. And this upper part is going to be, one is going to be longer than the other, based on the video that I showed you from the beginning of the what we're doing. So here I'm going to cut out a piece from here, starting from here. Total length we have here is 6.5. So I want this to be at 6.5. So I'll mark 6.5 in total here. This is going to be for this. So 6.5 here. You can see that. And this is going to be at 7 inches. I'm going to cut this out as well. So once I'm done with that, so this is our total pocket. We're going to have one here. We're going to have, okay, this is a smaller one. Let me just mark that. Small and big. So this is a smaller one. Starting from here, you can see what we have. This is 6.5, you can see that, and also this one. So you can see what we have. This is the big one. So this is going to overlap by half of an inch. Likewise, this one half of an inch. See that? So the pocket is going to be like one step, second step, and the last step. So here, all we have to do is just to slant the edge. But before we do that, first I will have to fold my fabric. So this we go on here. I'll have to like iron it and fold it. This we go on here, and this we go on here. The both are going to go on here as well. Okay, before I go into the fabric, the first thing I'm going to do is just to get the edge, the curve for this edge. So this is the main pocket, right? So this is the smaller one. I'm going to place the smaller one right here, just exactly here. You can see what I have. Let me turn it this way so I can be using the wrong side of the fabric of the interfacing. Remember, this has to overlap by half of an inch, right? So here you have to overlap this by half of an inch, all the way like this. So you can see to the exact points that it started from, half of an inch. See that? So from that half of an inch, this will also overlap here by half of an inch. It's going to overlap the pocket as well by half of an inch. You can see that? So once I get that, I'm just going to hold it down like this. See what I have? So now I have to continue this shape all the way to the edge. Remember also that I slant this place by 1 inch, right? By 1 inch. So all I have to do now is, let me do it this way, okay? let me do it this way. I'll put this inside of here. You can see that. Let me put it inside of here. Remember, this is our center point. I'll put this small inside of here. You can see that, and I'm going to put this big also here. So it's going to give me the exact pocket circumference, right? Exactly here, it ended here. So once I have that, you can see this line here. That's where I need to like trace off. So from here, I'll place it right here. I'm going to the edge, then I'm going to connect it. So that's exactly what I'm going to like simply cut out. Likewise this one. So if I align this together now from the back, you can see what I have. Okay, you can see what that looks like. So the pocket. So now I'm going to simply I'll have to like join everything together just like this. This is the only one that will come with the flowery fabric, this fabric. So I'll gum it, then fold each of the edges before I join them all together. So let me go ahead and do that. If I decide to like do my thing. So after folding, this is what I'm going to be having. You see what I have here. So basically you just have to like fold all of the, like wrap all of the interfacing with the fabric just like this. You can see this is the middle one, this is the small one, and this is the longer one. So basically on this one I figured out something, so I had to reduce the length. So the total height that we're going to be having is going to be 6.5. So if you follow me along so far, you can just reduce your length also to 6.5. So this is how to align them together. So here I have my main pockets, this is the middle, so this is going to overlap just like this, but you have to make sure this angle is just right. You see, just make sure this angle right here, you can see this edge is just right, and it's going to overlap by half of an inch just like this. You see that? Once you have that overlap, the reason why it has to overlap by half of an inch is so that we are going to have our wideness at a total of 5 inch eventually, right? So once you're done with that, this particular one, I want this to be a little bit taller. You get that? So this is going to be down, while I'm going to place this also by half of an inch, but this is going to be the one to align very well. You can see that. So this line is going to be straight from this side. So once I have that, I'm going to be putting, during the finishing, I'm going to be putting my metal tag in the middle, just like so. So this is what we're going to be having. So I will not be stitching this right now. I'm just going to use a gum to like hold it together, so it's going to give you the exact form of a pocket. So let me go and do that and show you guys the final result. So this is going to be our final result. You can see how clean this is looking. See what we have here. So yeah, depending on what you want, me personally, I would prefer to go with this exactly in between, just like this. That's what I have here for my label, for my metal tag. Or if you want, you can probably just cross border like this. That can go as well. You can simply just put it on this corner. That will go as well. Whatever you want is what you can do. You can probably put it on this edge also, but I'll just go with this. So this is the final result. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do that.